Привет всем, с вами Аленочка, канал Fox Adventures. И это у нас Dragon Age. Я ее не забросила, если вы так подумали. Нет, я ее перепрохожу. Dragon Age не может... Я не знаю почему, но каждую часть Dragon Age мне приходилось перепроходить минимум по 2 раза, потому что когда ты хочешь выйти на основной сюжет, и тебе надо для этого сделать побочки, которые ты должен был сделать, сука, в начале, но тебе об этом никто не сказал, поэтому ты о них вспоминаешь в конце, а в конце уже поздно, и сюжет не стыкуется, или концовка не получается. Начинается вот это вот. Вот эту хрень я не могла открыть все время. А теперь вот без проблем проходим. Нормально.
What happened? This doesn't feel like the Fade, more like a dream, or...
Glad you made it here safely. I didn't love our odds without you.
Who, me?
All right. Everything's in place. We hit Alganon's island fortress tonight. This is our best chance to free the people he's enslaved. Get in, save as many as you can, and bring them back here to Sanctuary. Be fast and be safe. I'll meet you on the other side. Fen-Haral scouting ahead. For freedom! For the Dread Wolf!
So, the Dread Wolf is testing his noble rebels against my stronghold. How?
More of Solas's memories. Elganon sent his guards to attack the Dread Wolf's rebels.
So Elganon was a bully and a tyrant. We knew that already.
Сразу скажу, это у меня только начало игры. Вот так чисто, чтобы вы понимали, на каком я месте. У меня тут ни кодекс толком не открыт. Я еще только сейчас завершила Тревиза, задание с Камеком. Самое там первое, которое дается из побочек. Вот. Только-только вытащила Луканиса, я еще даже не сходила за... О, прикиньте, у меня тут левелап, надо апнуть. Я решила попробовать другую специальность. 20 уровень, хорошо. Так, я в холод не хочу. Это что, холод? Ну, я не хотела в холод. Ну ладно. Пускай так будет. Я стараюсь прокачивать то же самое, но у меня получилась такая история, что я взяла с собой в самом начале не Неф, а Хардинг. Я забыла, как там надо было правильно выбирать. Хотела Неф, чтобы она опять с разбитой моськой ходила пол игры. А теперь ходит Хардинг. С этим ничего сделать не могу, но как бы с пивом потянет. Вот. Безделушка. Персонаж у меня тут вот всего по чуть-чуть. У меня руна появилась новая. Пускай будет. Ну, понимаете, да? То есть это самое-самое-самое начало. Я не помню, почему я в той игре прошла мимо. Хотя он вроде сразу открывается как-то. Но, с другой стороны, я там не вдупляла еще, что происходит. Вот, журнал. У нас тут Зофолк, это мы сейчас идем. Вот, свяжитесь с драконами темени. То есть я еще в портовый город даже не заходила. Это вот самое-самое-самое начало. У меня открыт только Тревиза и Орлатан. Остальное я еще даже не трогала. Вот на этом моменте можно запросто обчистить половину перекрестка. Ну, это не точно. То есть мне надо было в самом начале. Прохожу я на самом легком уровне сложности, потому что, ну, мне сейчас запариваться вообще нет смысла. Никакого.
Keep moving no matter what. Free those slaves. We'll take everyone else and give the guards something to think about.
We must be swift. Elganon is coming.
Solas sounded frightened.
In his position, can't blame him in this case.
get that prison open.
В общем, это самый легкий уровень сложности. Враги у меня тут отлетают сразу же, как только я на них посмотрю, поэтому...
Quickly, get us out of here.
Locked tight. No sign of a key.
There must be some way to open it.
Я решила эту серию начать. Я не знаю, через сколько я буду записывать финал к ней. Или, может быть, если она хотя бы на полчаса выйдет. А если она выйдет хотя бы на полчаса, может быть, будет шанс, что я ее выпущу как отдельную. А почему? А где? Че не открылось? Ку-ку. Или мне не сюда?
Quickly! Elganon approaches.
Stop his guards. We need to buy time for the captives to get to safety.
I will hold off Elganon himself for as long as I am able.
Просто это важный кусок. А, хотя нет, наверное.
Keep coming. Go. I will deal with that ragged wolf.
One last push.
There will be a reckoning for this Solus, no matter how far you run.
Let the big asshole rant. Everyone we freed is safe in the crossroads.
Without all of you, well, thank you. But can Elganon find us here?
He cannot. I have made sure of...
Solus?
Elganon is a powerful opponent. My apologies. It is of no consequence. What matters, my friends, is that today, all of us are free.
Девять минут. Вот она, последняя статуэтка, которую я все это время не могла
I
найти.
think that's it. The memory ends here.
Solus used to risk his life doing this. A hero to his people.
Couldn't last, could it?
Now all that's left is this fragment. Come on, let's go.
И вот тот сундук, который я все ходила, облизывалась и не могла его открыть. Мне его видно было вот отсюда. И все, как бы.
Without a guild, who negotiates your contracts?
I do.
How do you keep track of the going rates for detectives all over Minrathos?
I don't.
Mierda. I should introduce you to my negotiator.
Короче, я думаю, эта серия у меня будет завершена, когда я найду все статуэтки или, возможно, все статуэтки проиграю, кроме одной, потому что одну я уже открыла. Одна статуэтка у меня уже была. И это... Где-то я уже открыла. Ладно, в общем, я посмотрю. Может быть, сделаю отдельную вот эту серию, как... посвященную всем этим статуэткам, либо просто сейчас будет кусок с историей Соласа и обсуждением, когда статуэтки выставляются на маяке. Вот, да. Сейчас включу. Привет всем. Снова. Поскольку я давно не играла в эту игру, я толком не помню, что было до этого. У меня там был какой-то записанный кусочек, я так полагаю, он у меня в начале серии вставлен. Проблема в том, что про эту игру я успешно забыла. Я почему-то была уверена пару дней, что я ее прошла полностью. Ну, где-то с недельку. Вот, а потом до меня дошло, что я в нее не доиграла. И мне надо ее перепроходить. Вот, сейчас у меня закончился фестиваль. У меня был больничный. Я посвятила себя, так скажем, этой игре. Я решила, поскольку этот кусочек, вообще эта серия записывается, или эти две серии, которые финальные, я не знаю еще пока, записываются через такой большой промежуток времени, я подумала, что нормальная была бы идея попробовать заново юзнуть, как бы это сказать, правильно там. А у меня есть этот квест? Узнайте, как использовать статуэтку. Вот. Пересмотреть все воспоминания Соласа целиком. Куда ты меня ведешь? К первой статуэтке или нет? По сути, наверное, к первой. Хотя, мне кажется, первая вот. В общем, я посижу молча, а вы смотрите. Только сначала быстренько сбегаю по спутникам. Я же не знала, что у меня после этого квеста спутники начнут со мной трындеть. Я быстро.
You cannot do this, Alganan. You swore that we would give up our commands when this horrific war was over.
Our people need our leadership. If you're unwilling, leave.
Our people must rebuild, and we must help unite them.
So, we did not fight for freedom, but to conquer this land and our own.
We fought to win, and now the Evenuris are as gods. I do not answer to Mithal's annoying lapdog.
The people are afraid. They must believe in something.
They need strength.
And wisdom.
They need gods who can protect them.
We are not gods. You will learn that.
Every lapdog hides a wolf inside.
That was strange. They were speaking Elven, but I understood it.
I believe we have experienced a memory in each of our native languages.
Not just any memory. One of the Dreadwolves.
And the mages who declared themselves my gods. Well, mine and Davrin's.
Anyone see anything in that memory we can use?
Elgranon was hungry for power. Did anything he could to get it, and to hold on to it.
Then Solus, furious at Elganon's installing himself as a despot, started his rebellion.
There's another moving part in this. Mithal. She was keeping the peace.
Mithal and Solus were close. The Inquisition found a temple to Mithal, and there were wolf statues everywhere.
Then she sides with Elganon over him. A betrayal.
It sounded like Solus was loyal to Mithal. What did Elganon call him? Mithal's lapdog? And then she grabs power alongside Elganon instead of standing for her principles. I'd be angry too.
Angry enough to start a rebellion?
That's not how he'd see it. He didn't destroy the world. Elganon did. Solus did what he considered necessary to stop him.
Solus would try to justify what he did, but he'd also blame himself for what happened.
Perhaps these murals aren't simply memories. They're what Solus wishes to forget.
His regrets. That means they're a way to learn his weak points.
Why are we worried about Solus? He's trapped.
Right. But the Dread Wolf was the god of trickery. He's looking for a way out. Bet on it.
Meanwhile, keep your eyes open in the crossroads. If there's a way to restore the rest of these murals, Solus would have kept it in his hideaway. It'd be nice to get inside his head for a change.
I was not certain you would come.
You were the one who walked away. I never turn my back when my friend needs me.
The Evanurists seek the magic of the Blight.
Impossible. The Blight is safely sealed away forever.
Though I wish I could believe you, I have sensed the breaking of the wards.
I will investigate your claims. If they forget the danger of the Blight, I will endeavor to remind them.
What if, instead, you left the Evanurists and remained with me? Do you not wish for freedom from this struggle?
Be at peace, love. I will stop them.
As you must. The Blight is our mistake.
Did Mithal call Solus love in that memory?
That's what it sounded like.
So they were doing it.
The elven gods were free with their emotions. They felt things deeply. The way they express things, well, it feels romantic to us, but that wasn't really how it was. Back then, I mean.
Nah, they were doing it.
Whether they were doing it or not, Solus cared about her. That's what matters.
So the Dread Wolf goes to Mithal. They might be fighting, but they have history.
And he warns her about the other gods using the Blight. That's more important than his rebellion. It's like kingdoms coming together when an archdemon rises.
Mithal didn't think it was possible. She said the Blight was sealed away. There's an old legend about it. Davrin, the one with Andrul's armor. Not sure it matters.
I heard this story in the Veil Jumpers, but it's yours to share, Balar.
Right. Well, Andrul was the goddess of the hunt. She put on armor, magic armor, made us something called the Void, drove her mad.
I remember this one. The other gods were afraid Andrul would turn on them. She was doing all kinds of horrible things, causing plagues. It does sound like the Blight.
Well, it all ends with Mithal fighting Andrul. After, Mithal turned into a dragon.
She what? Why didn't you start with that?
Anyway, she took Andrul's armor away. Then Andrul's madness left, and peace returned.
Intriguing. So it's possible Andrul stumbled onto the magic of the Blight.
And when Andrul went mad, Mithal took it from her and locked it away.
Until someone started using it again.
Okay, Solus warns Mithal about the other gods using the Blight. It's not just bad, it's something bad he feels responsible for. The Blight was our mistake.
How is the Blight their mistake? Did they find it? Did they make it? What does that mean?
Whatever it was, it convinced Mithal to take him seriously.
So Mithal goes off to investigate what Solus says. Then, what? It's too clean.
Seems plenty messy with them doing it.
But this isn't just a memory. It's something Solus wanted to hide. What's the crime? What did we see here that he feels guilty about?
I think I might know. When the Inquisitor was saving the world from the breach, he met Mithal.
What? Like in a dream?
It was complicated. She helped the Inquisition. There was a magic pond and a dragon.
Nice!
The point is, she also said the other elven gods betrayed her, killed her.
Okay, sorry, point of order. If they killed Mithal, how was she still around to help the Inquisition?
Elven god magic? She'd spent centuries gathering strength and sharing people's bodies, I think.
If it was a truly benign possession, that speaks to her character.
So there's the shame Solus wanted to erase. He blames himself for Mithal's murder.
Well, it's not just that she died.
What do you mean, Tosh?
It's... Ugh. There was stuff he wanted to tell her, but he waited too long, and then she was dead. He never got to make it right. That twists you up.
That's it. There's our crime.
Doesn't really tell us anything we can use, though.
We know more than we did. That's something.
Then I guess we keep our eyes open if we come across more of these memories.
You dare to try to cage us, jealous of our growing power!
You will pay the final price for this betrayal.
We warned you not to use the Blight. For this, and for Mithal, I sentence you to sleep in exile ever after. Your own lives will form the veil that keeps the horror you unleashed at bay.
So he locked the gods away and created a veil between this world and the Fade. I mean, they were terrible, no question. But what he did, it didn't just stop them. It destroyed our culture, our world.
It wasn't just to stop them. It was to stop the Blight. We've seen how bad Elganon and Gillenane are. Imagine all 7 corrupted gods running wild.
So he created the veil just to keep the elven gods locked in their prison?
Yes, to keep them from accessing the Fade. But was the creation of the veil around the world an accident?
You heard him yelling. That's not the sound of a ritual going right.
What do you think, Rook?
I think this memory's one we understand, at least. What he did makes sense. Him regretting it also makes sense.
I had another question, and I'm sorry, maybe this doesn't matter, but Solus trapped the blighted gods in an ancient elven building, right?
That's what it looks like. Maybe a palace? Fancier than what I've seen in Arlethan, at least.
And then, the Magisters were lured into the Fade. They broke in, which let the Blight escape, and turned the Golden City black.
Right, and the Black City hangs in the Fade, a little reminder of their mistakes. What's wrong, Lace?
It's just... the Chant of Light says that the Maker built for them the Golden City, the center of all creation. But if the Golden City was an ancient elven palace, then the Maker didn't build it. The elves did. The Chant of Light is Andraste's visions from the Maker, But it sounds like it's wrong.
You're asking if we just disproved the entire Andrastian faith.
Did we?
I'm right there with you, Lise. I believe in the Maker. If it's all just ancient elven stuff and there's nothing else, that's a lot.
The Chant of Light has seen many iterations over the centuries. This may simply change our understanding of it.
I know, but that's a change to, well, everything we're supposed to believe in.
The Dalish clans are struggling with the same thing. What do we keep? What do we lose?
The elven gods, the Maker. No matter who you light a candle to, you've got some hard questions to ask yourself right now.
Doctrine is not the truth. It is one of many paths to the truth.
I recognize the sentiment, though not the specific quote. Who said that?
My mother.
Ah. Questions of faith aside, we have some very real gods that still need killing.
Looks like there are 3 more of these murals with the Dreadwolf's old memories. Wonder what else he's hiding.
You have so long observed the world. Why not consider joining it?
But I have no desire to live as humans. I have the Fade. Besides, this talk of taking on a solid form. I think you underestimate the danger. When you took the glowing stone to build your body, did the earth not shake?
Delirium gives us the strength we had when we were of the Fade. We are the best of physical and spirit. I need your wisdom, Solus, to withstand the louder voices who would go too far like Elganon. I need you.
This is madness. You must know that. I will always follow where you go.
What?
This is astounding. The ancient elves were spirits who voluntarily manifested a physical form.
I'd rather go back to talking about the Blight.
Hey, Lucanus. Could Spite turn into an elf?
No.
Sorry, but... what?
This is... I don't even know what this is, and I'm not even an elf. I can't imagine what you and Davrin must be feeling.
It's fine.
We're spirits. What does this even mean? Could I accidentally banish myself?
To be clear, this memory only shows that the first elves originated from spirits. Balara, you and Davrin are no more spirits than anyone else conceived naturally.
Conceived naturally? Guess I'll go ask my mother.
The knowledge that an entire people were formed from a mass manifestation could change our entire understanding of magic.
If we let it out, is that the right call? Do you want bigoted humans yelling about how elves are demons?
Davrin's got a point. World's not short on small-minded humans.
If the world learned about this, and it led to attacks against elves...
Elves have enough trouble as it is down in Ferelden.
We have to tell someone, though. Strife and Irulan, at least.
If I told Thea and Viago, they'd think I was sampling Viago's poison collection. No one will believe us.
Okay. We keep this to people we trust who have good reason to know. No shouting it from the rooftops.
Agreed. The Morn Watch has a great deal of experience keeping dangerous secrets.
So, beyond the world-shaking stuff, what else did we learn here? Solus himself was a spirit.
What kind do you think he was?
Well, his name is Elven for pride.
Oh, okay.
There's something else. Not about spirits, or not all about them at least. Solus didn't want to become a person with a physical body.
Right. He only agreed after Mithal begged him.
Then that's his regret. He wishes he'd never taken physical form.
Maybe, but not just that. Solus was scared. They built their bodies out of lyrium, and it made the ground shake.
You think the ground shaking was the Titans?
It makes sense, doesn't it? Something was hurting them, taking their blood.
So they struck back, like we'd swat a stinging bug.
The first memory we saw with Elganon seizing power, it happened at the end of a war.
A war between the Titans and the elves.
And we just saw how it started.
It feels like we still don't have the full picture. But I think that's part of what Solus regrets. He didn't see the danger.
Except he did. He was worried, you said it yourself.
He did it for Mithal. Everything that followed, he could have prevented, if he just told her no.
Then he's got a war on his conscience. Plus, whatever we find next.
Have you created what we need?
With this, the proper ritual will sunder every Titan from its spirit. But you must know those severed dreams will certainly be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger. It is awful what we're doing.
And the only way to end this war.
Solus made the weapon that killed the Titans. No, not killed. He cut away their dreams and left them broken and mindless. He passed me in the halls of Skyhold for a year. He made polite conversation, and he knew. He knew what he did.
I don't know what to say, Lace. I can't even imagine. I'm so sorry.
I served in the Inquisition. I know terrible things happen in war. But to do something like this...
The Titans were the size of mountains. I doubt the elves were winning their fight. He considered this the cost of saving his people.
Fear and guilt make people do stupid things.
To do such a thing. No wonder regret eats away at Solus.
No, it's worse than that. That isn't what Solus regrets. Those severed dreams will be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger.
Mierda.
You can't. That's not possible.
When a warden hears the calling, it's like a song in their mind. Sound familiar to you, Lace?
The song of lyrium. Of the Titans.
We think of the Blight as this monstrous force with no mercy, no compassion. Evil incarnate. Instead, it's a caged animal. Mistreated and imprisoned for centuries. Until all it knows is fear.
What does this mean for Darkspawn? Should we be trying to help them?
I don't believe so. If the Blight is a corrupted dream, Darkspawn may be mindless manifestations of its anger.
Right. They're not people. We're never going to get through to them.
The Titans are a problem for later. We have Elgarnon and Gillanane to deal with now.
And then I want Solus to look me in the eye and answer for what he did.
Each of these memories has been a deeper regret, and almost all of them involve Mithal.
Only one mural left to uncover by my count. If we find it, we'll see what's worse than this.
I knew that you would find me soon enough. You need the power of a god, the strength that I alone still carry.
The blighted Evanuris will soon break free from their prison. I must make a stronger one that can contain them.
While the prison is important, it is not the only goal you seek.
Why should I not tear down the veil and bring back immortality to all the Elven people? They deserve it.
The Elven people of today do not deserve to see the world they love be torn apart to salve your conscience.
I must fix what I have broken. I am sorry.
As am I, old friend.
Solus killed Mithal? After all that? Is this another memory from a different time?
No. He wore that same outfit in the Inquisition. We knew Solus woke up in this world without most of his power. Now we know how he got it back.
By killing the only other god around and stealing her power.
All that epic magic and godly power. In the end, it comes down to love and murder. Same as always.
So we've got all the Dreadwolf's deep dark secrets. Anything we can use?
He's being honest about fighting the Blight. Whatever happens, he won't risk letting it back out into the world.
Agreed. But he has a plan to escape that prison, and not one we'll like.
He turned on Mithal, the one person he was actually loyal to. There's no way he won't turn on us.
He's a spirit, or was once. He might be able to possess someone, affect minds, all the things spirits do.
He created the veil. His very nature is tied to it. That will be a source of strength, but also a potential weakness.
Mithal has him all messed up. Anything about her or Elgernon is gonna make him angry. Sloppy.
Solus thinks he knows what's best for everyone. Anything he does, he'll do while telling himself he's the hero.
That gives us something to start from. Algernon and Gillenane are the two big problems right now, but when Solus makes his move, we'll be ready.
You have witnessed the Protector's tale, Dweller, almost to its end.
Almost? How can there be more?
When the mighty fall, their echoes cross the ages. An audience is warranted. Speak with your visitor. She awaits you in the crossroads.
Вы меня простите, но это воспоминания о старой подруге. Увидеть шестое воспоминание Фанхарелла. С Мориган на перекрестке. Я единственное, о чем прошу, чтобы Мориган осталась Мориган. Это все, что от этой игры мне теперь надо. Да не надо, пошли так. Хотя, да, пошли так. Меня куда-то делся из наушников звук. Куда? Секунду. Вернулся звук. Прекрасно.
Well met, Rook.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Illuvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
The Illuvians in general, yes, but not the Dreadwolf's crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solus and Mithal?
Mithal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mithal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solus spilled Mithal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Wait. How do you know exactly what we saw of Solus's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dreadwolf's memories. When Mithal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
So, if Mithal was originally a spirit, maybe that's how she survived her body's death.
Very good. Mithal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit, she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again, she was struck down, on this occasion, by Solus. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait. You?
As you say.
Мать твою!
You're Mithal.
Бля!
That's why the ambient magic around you is so
Да.
fractured.
Such a flattering picture you paint of this ancient bond.
What? It was like how Elganon and Gillenane can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mithal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
What are you, then?
I once feared Mithal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remain free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mithal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
So, there's the soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mithal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own. It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
Wow. You woke up to a god floating over you.
'Twas a state between dream and wakefulness where strange things may happen to the spirit. Mithal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me, but I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, my mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mithal's and of those who bore her.
How can you carry Mithal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mithal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
You would have met Solus in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mithal's memories. At the time, I thought Solus a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments. He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
Do you have information we can use against Gillenane or Elganon? Or Solus?
The last time Mithal faced Elganon and Gillenane, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
What about Solus?
You may recall he murdered Mithal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
All right. You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mithal.
I am not Mithal in her entirety, but yes, the Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solus?
I should ask you. Mithal knew Solus better than anyone.
I would influence your answer. Or do you mean to discover if I would stand directly against the Dread Wolf, were there a need?
Would you?
I shall aid you in any way but that, even had I the power. What has passed between Solus and Mithal? I beg you, do not ask this of me again.
Solus talks a lot about what has to be done, being forced to make hard choices. But it's like he's trying to talk himself into it. I think, deep down, he doesn't entirely believe what he's saying.
'Tis exactly like the old wolf to tie himself into the most intricate knots. 'Tis not malice which made Solus your opponent, but conviction, a belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solus was once beloved of Mithal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face. You may be in a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
Well, that's not terrifying at all.
You have been thrust into the lives of gods. Fate will have its way, whether or without our permission.
Even more comforting, Morrigan.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mithal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solus recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mithal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads. I can open the way for you. Find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
Another fragment of Mithal, in addition to the one inside you.
You are aware of what the word fragment means, are you not? One small piece of many, formed when something greater is broken. The first elves were spirits, as you well know, and when a spirit is broken, it may shatter into pieces, each holding part of the original. Among the ancient elves who became known as gods, Dirthaman and his brother, Falondine, are but one example.
All of that sounded great until I survived the encounter.
You know Solus, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mithal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mithal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient. This younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mithal as a god. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Elganon and Gillenane, or against the Dreadwolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
If I were to try to talk with her, do you have any suggestions?
She will demand respect, but detest flattery. She appreciates righteous anger, but will not tolerate pity. She is, for want of better phrasing, prickly. But if you are determined to try, then I wish you luck.
You would know this aspect of Mithal better than anyone. Could you try talking to her?
I dare say she would attack me on sight.
Spirits can't get along with fragments of each other.
Spirits, certainly. But the aspects of a self-righteous god who have walked different paths for ages? One bears the insult of her betrayal by the Evanuris, and then by Solus, as fresh wounds, insult upon injury. The other once fell in love with an Alamari chieftain and lived happily in a swamp for centuries. Each reminds the other that another path existed, that they could have been wrong, and nothing angers Mithal like being wrong.
What kind of spirit was Mithal before she became an elf? I know Solus is elven for pride.
Mithal enjoyed ruling and having power, but it came not from the overweening desire to crush resistance, as is the case with Elganon. The emotion that inspired her might best be described as benevolence, a guiding hand, inclined to kindness. But like any spirit, when angered or twisted against her purpose, a more violent aspect arose. Where the Dreadwolf's wisdom gave way to pride when the world did not meet his standards, Mithal's benevolence gave way to retribution. After all, when kindness fails, the guilty must be punished.
Thank you for the information, Morrigan.
I only ask that you reflect upon what I have said. The Dreadwolf is not so apart from the world as he thinks. There, you have the advantage of him.
Чтобы вы понимали всю трагедию, я сейчас нахожусь вот здесь. То есть у меня еще даже не пал этот Вейсхаупт. И это все обрушилось на башку. Лучше бы это обрушивалось в конце игры, честное слово. Но в конце игры это нельзя посмотреть. Тебе не дадут этого сделать, так что... Они... Подожди, что у меня с персонажами? Персонажа покажи. Нет, спутника. Хардинг. Вроде все должно быть хорошо. Накладывание раскола. Неф. Взрывает раскол, все правильно. Они в последней части, драгоняги, угробили все, во что мы верили.
A god's fragment, sharper than the whole, prevail, or be sundered completely.
Причем...
We're getting close to where Morrigan said that other fragment of Mithal was.
Причем угробили, я говорю, не в плохом смысле. Меня, как фаната серии, это просто... Я просто в ахуе сижу, честное слово. Я не знаю, как это по-другому сказать. Ничего такого от игры я не ожидала. Я реально в шоке. Я не знаю, как это по-другому сказать. На камне неподалеку видны отметины огромных когтей. На земле кто-то дрожащей рукой вырезал сломанным зубом послание. Они обвинили меня в предательстве Фенхарелла и свергли с высот. Я отрицал свою вину тогда, как отрицаю ее и сейчас. Волоча раздробленные конечности по земле, но никто меня не слышит. Поэтому я отдаю себя казни, которая некогда больше всего радовала наших богов. Да очистит огонь имя Нунаэля. Последнее слово предателя. Чего тебе? Да, сейчас. Мне
It
нравится,
has
что...
to be her.
How should we do this, Rook? Do you think she'll talk to us?
Guess we'll find out.
Мне нравится, в принципе, что происходит, но мне нравится, что они решили открыть нам ответы на все. То есть с самого начала, что это за Черный Град, было изначально непонятно, и все только и говорили о вере в Создателя. А про богов, о которых слышно было только из рассказов эльфов или из рассказов Кодекса. А тут они это все сгребли в одну кучу, еще и вспомнили Титанов. Вот то, что они вспомнили Титанов, это прям... Я молчу, короче. Я не могу формулировать нормально мысли. Дорогая.
You are Rook. I have seen you and your companions. We made ourselves bodies to be like humans, but I never expected to see humans scurrying about in the dread wolf's crossroads. And you know who I am?
Mithal.
The part of me that survived betrayal by the rest of the Evanuris, if this can be called surviving. Solus. He drew me from the dagger that struck me down, but what is left of me can only survive here. I cannot return to the world, and even the true Fade is denied me. All I can do is watch. Why are you here? To beg me to give up what remains of myself to help you defeat the monsters Elganan and Gillenane have become? Or do you simply think yourself ready to fight a god?
Я не сохранилась. Угу. И подсказки тут нет, что он именно скажет, потому что я бы выбрала «Ты нам не поможешь». Хотя, наверное, мне нужна твоя помощь. Знать бы, что он хочет сказать, потому что иногда всплывают подсказки из разряда, что Рук именно хочет сказать. А тут что-то нету. Давайте попробуем помощь.
I came here to ask for your help. The gods have endangered the world and...
You dare explain to me what they are doing? You are 1,000 years from knowing the proper words.
We saw Solas's memories, his regrets.
You saw the recollection he cultivated like a tree, twisting to catch the sun. You wish for my help? Convince me. Make your case, and I will yield my essence willingly to help you against Elganan and Gillenane. Fail, and I shall kill you for wasting my time, or you will kill me and obtain my essence in doing so. A harder-edged, simpler version. It has been centuries since a petitioner stood before me, so why should I help you?
You can't want Elganan and Gillenane to rule the world. Not after what they did to you.
I ruled alongside them for centuries. I bear them no love now, and they were ever flawed, as all rulers are. Yet the world needs rulers. So set the blight aside and tell me why I should help you topple them.
What they did to you was wrong.
And you care so deeply for the injustice done to me thousands of years ago.
You deserve justice. And they deserve to be punished for misusing their power and killing you when you tried to check them.
Not bad, but not enough. Let us speak of something else.
I am worthy of your help.
That is for me to judge.
I am fighting to protect this world.
Any petty tyrant can fight those who come to their land and claim to be protecting their people. I have seen rulers, human as you are, the mages of Tevinter, following in the Elven Empire's footsteps. They build nothing that does not serve them. Why should I believe you are any better? What is a protector to you?
It's making a place that's safe for everyone. That means defending against danger. But it also means building a strong community that works together for the common good.
And what have you built?
Look at my team. We're not just hired blades. We started as strangers and grew together into a family.
If you wish to prove your worth, you must do better than that.
If I don't stop the gods, the whole world will be corrupted by the Blight.
That is why you must succeed, so tell me why I must help you.
We know the truth about the Blight. We know it came from the imprisoned dreams of the Titans after you and Solus defeated them.
And?
Stopping the Blight mattered enough for you to talk with Solus even after he rebelled against you. It mattered enough for you to stand against the other gods.
And I was struck down for doing so, betrayed by those I had ruled beside for centuries.
You made the difficult choice to protect your home because it was the right thing to do. Help me do the same.
Your arguments are compelling. I find you worthy, Rook. I have spent thousands of years watching. I shall miss that. But if what I am can protect the innocent and smite the guilty, this is what remains of me. I give it to you freely. Use it to protect this world with kindness when possible and cunning when necessary.
I will. Thank you. The essence of a god. Like a piece of the sun, I've never felt something so alive.
I don't want to ruin the moment, but what do we do with it?
The god knows her moment. At least her essence does. When the time comes, we'll be ready. We did it. We got Mithal's essence.
And we didn't even have to fight her for it.
Not sure what we do with it just yet, but if Morrigan's telling the truth, it'll come in handy at some point.
Отрывок из письма провидицы Рован из Повелителей Фортуны, адресованному Эмерику и Беларе. Меня глубоко заинтересовала ваша встреча с частицей Митал. Если эльфийские боги — это духи, наделившие себя телом, то, вероятно, они были достаточно многогранны и воплощали собой различные желания и эмоции. Когда Митал была убита, каждая ее частица стала воплощением одной из граней ее личности. Отрывок из ответа Белары. Да, когда я спросила далийцев о Флеме, относительнице Митал де Морриган, выяснилось, что среди далийских кланов она была известна под именем Аша Баланар. Ее магический талант глубоко уважали, даже несмотря на человеческое происхождение. Похоже, она не пыталась править ими, но при этом стремилась помочь. Или влезть в чужие дела. Митал и Флемет обе любили вмешиваться в чужие дела. Отрывок из ответа Эмерика. Верно. В связи с этим возникает вопрос, была ли частица, которую носит Морриган, сильнее связана с наставничеством и мудростью, нежели властный дух, которого мы встретили на перекрестке. Возможно, наставница и владычица просто две разные грани личности Митал. Возможно также, что изначально частицы были больше похожи друг на друга, но прошедшие века отдалили их. Логично предположить, что частица Флемет изменилась за века, проведенные со смертными, в то время как частица с перекрестка, наоборот, обозлилась от неспособности повлиять на внешний мир. Возможно, мои оба предположения верны. Дух как личность влияет на других и меняется под их воздействием. Я думаю, оба предположения верны. Да, ребят. Чисто случайно у нас тут серия на 50 минут. Театральная маска Митал. Она олицетворяет предзнаменование, которое способствует развитию сюжета и страдает от сил, что желают оставить историю нерассказанной, героя невоспетым. Я не знаю, как на это правильно реагировать, потому что для меня все это до сих пор шок. Я очень рада, что Морриган осталась Морриган. Начнем с этого. Потому что если бы этого персонажа в итоге убили и возвели ее в роль Митал, это было как-то совсем хреново. Потому что если вспомнить ту же Ашу Баланар, она не то чтобы ассоциируется, но ее проще принять как Митал. Вот. Ну что, падай? Вот. А вот Морриган, она... Ну, объясню, короче, Флемет изначально была очень загадочной. То, как она могла превращаться в дракона, это отдельный вид искусства. Вот. И когда мы узнали в третьей части о том, что именно она была воплощением Митал, ну да, мы типа офигели, но как бы норм. Что-то такое от нее именно, от ее персонажа канонного стоило ожидать. Что уровень ее загадок настолько глубокий. А вот Морриган, мы ее знаем с самой первой части. Она появлялась в каждой части. Она знала очень много, но из-за дневников Флемет. Она все время пыталась постичь все грани магии, мудрости и так далее. И она это делала сама. И когда вот ее бы убили и сделали из нее Митал, причем я имею в виду, что совсем, то есть чтобы от личности Морриган не осталось ничего. Вот это была бы задница для меня. Вот тут бы я разочаровалась в разрабах. А то, что они просто положили в нее кусочек, и она будет такая же, как Флемет, уважаю. Пускай будет. Вот. В данном случае у разработчиков уважаю. Я как истинный фанат серии, я все-таки считаю, что 4-я часть крутая. Но она, к сожалению, заключительная. Тоже, опять же, насколько я знаю. Может быть, это, конечно же, не так, но, судя по всему, 5-й части ждать бессмысленно. Благословение Митал. Медальон с символом металла, окольцованный нотами песни, мелодию которой невозможно услышать в этом мире. Грустно. Вот. Но на этом я сегодня с вами прощаюсь. Это было такое отступление. Я думаю, оно будет выпущено, как и все серии Dragon Age, как попало. Без графиков и всего остального. Вот. Я ее перепройду, и я запишу финальные ошметки сюжета. Вот именно вот из-за этого куска с богиней, со всей вот этой вот информацией мне приходится перепроходить всю игру. Без богини, без вот этой частички богини, финальный сюжет, он таким не будет. Я не знала, что здесь произойдет. Я не знала вот эти вот квесты. Я просто прочитала, что будет по-другому. Мне было абсолютно неважно, как будет это все дело выглядеть. мне не нужны были эти спойлеры, я просто знала, что из-за того, что я попала этот маленький кусочек в самом начале игры, мне теперь не достичь финала, который я хочу увидеть. Вот. Причем такое было в каждой игре, и я отношусь абсолютно спокойно к тому факту, что мне приходится перепроходить игру ради этого. Я точно так же перепроходила в первой части, заруинив всю игру, заруинив ужесточение Алистера. То есть я не ужесточила его вовремя, и у меня не получилось его посадить на трон вместе с Анорой в финале. Я хотела так, чтобы сделать так, чтобы у меня все остались живы по максимуму. И у меня не получалось это сделать. Я точно так же проходила вторую часть. Но вторую часть там не было прям таких выборов. Она в основном... Во второй части они сделали немножко иначе. У них получилось так, что ты либо поддерживаешь храмовников, либо поддерживаешь магом, либо держишься на нейтрале до самого конца. И меня понесло так, что я сначала пыталась поддерживать магов, поддерживать храмовников, но поняла, что это все, блин, бред, и я в итоге стала на нейтрале. И в итоге вышла к тому сюжету, который меня интересовал. Там особо ничего не меняется от того... Ну, то есть ты не можешь там заруинить в начале где-то квест, чтобы потом... Ну, я, по крайней мере, не помню. Чтобы потом тебе... не было каких-то плюшек в финальном сюжете. Но это могло быть на побочках. Поскольку для меня побочки тоже важны, я старалась... Ну, короче, я эту игру перепроходила 10 раз, тупо потому что она мне нравится. 10-й был, кстати, на канале. Возможно, качество там не очень, но посмотрим. Может быть, я еще раз эти ветки пройду, но это будет лет через 10 хотя бы. В третьей части откровенно не помню. Я третью часть не помню от слова совсем. Она мне далась что-то очень тяжело, потому что я там руинила в самом начале. Я очень много чего заруинила. Я ее проходила с большими перерывами, тупо поэтому я ее не помню вообще. А то, что четвертая часть, она такая же, как первая, с своими вот этими вот интересными особенностями, меня это не удивляет, и мне абсолютно несложно ее перепройти. Но перепрохожу я ее на...
Fred. Sure. He walked into my office. I said, Fred, can I call you Fred? He nodded. Seemed happy about it. If he doesn't like it...
Oh, Manfred doesn't mind. He quite likes you. Does the diminutive imply a certain level of comfort with the necromantic arts?
It shows a certain level of comfort with your friend. The rest of it, well, that depends.
On what?
On what the mage using it is up to.
Я ее прохожу на самом легком уровне сложности. То есть битвы с боссами мне не достают проблем почти. По крайней мере, всех этих поборников, с которыми я мучилась на прохождении для канала, я убиваю очень быстро и без каких-либо проблем. Вот. Также я восстанавливаю роман, который у меня в итоге так и не случился, хотя должен был. Вот. Я старалась для канала не отвечать очень много романтикой в этом, как его зовут, в прохождении, а надо было, иначе у меня в итоге не хватило очков. То есть я все это правлю, я стараюсь сделать так же, как я делала в игре, когда проходила для канала. Я точно так же бомбила, выбирая между Тевинтером и Тревиза. Но, тем не менее, как бы, я стараюсь восстановить все так же. Единственное, что я там тоже в самом начале забыла, кого я взяла в итоге с собой, и кого... Ну, в самом начале игры. Когда у меня были Неф и Хардинг, у меня в итоге в прохождении для канала ранена была Неф, а когда я сама проходила, была ранена Хардинг. То есть это не особо сильно влияет на сюжет, но оно так иногда бывает. Вот, так что игру я завершу, финальные серии выйдут в обозримом будущем. Так что подписывайтесь на каналы Ютуба, Рутуба, паблик ВКонтакте, ставьте пальцы кверху, мне будет приятно. Пишите все, что вы думаете об этом сюжете, о том, как они в итоге вышли к вот этому вот развитию, что вообще тут происходит. Мне будет очень интересно почитать ваше мнение. Насколько вы считаете, хорошая эта история или не очень. Всем спасибо, всем пока-пока.